Should you reset your mini stars this season? You might think this is an obvious yes, but a lot of things have changed since then. The biggest one being that there are no new minis and heroes anymore. So in the last mini reset video, I said that one big pro of resetting is access to new content. And now that argument is poof, gone. So does that mean that it's not worth it now? Well, not necessarily, but I'll touch on that later. But now you do get random mini and hero fragments as compensation, but the result of that is that now you get 10 less hero fragments in the 3rd and 4th tier, and you also get less mini fragments in every tier except for the 1st tier of the Star Exchange. I know that sounds pretty bad, but there are some pros of resetting still. First one being hero fragments. Now keep in mind that all of the hero fragments you get are of the same hero. So if you are in the final tier of the exchange, you are going to get 160 hero fragments of one single hero. It might be a hero that you don't like, you don't play as much, so I don't really like that. But still, this is very helpful for hero progression, and it can win you games, especially if you are leveling it up to level 4 or level 8. And also, hero fragments are just really hard to get normally if you have a lot of gems or you bought the mini pass. But if you have significantly higher hero levels than the average for your trophy range, so maybe you have like levels 8 or 9 heroes at 1,000 trophies, or the heroes you main are all maxed, then you don't really need those hero fragments, right? So that leads me on to the second pro of resetting, which are crystal coins. This is the biggest source of crystal coins apart from the trophy reset, and you can get some amazing crystal skins for only 800 crystal coins, including the new Magic Archer skin, which looks epic. Now some might argue that if you keep your minis max, you can still get crystal coins from those extra mini fragments. But the game just doesn't offer a lot of free minis for you to do that, so it's always the better choice to exchange your stars if you are really into those crystal skins. Moving on to some potential cons about resetting. First one being that if you have less than 35 stars, then you can't even opt into the reset. Second point I keep hearing is that you're worried about losing your 3-star minis, but don't worry, you can get them back in a lot of ways, including buying minis using the gold you get from the reset, or just doing expeditions which gets you gold and mini fragments. Now before I jump to the conclusion, a few things to note. You can check the rewards you are going to get from the Star Exchange by going into the mini collection and tapping the I button. This only applies if the Season 4 hasn't started yet, so you're watching this in like the first 12 or 14 hours. And this Star Exchange is irreversible, so you want to think about it carefully, and feel free to re-watch the video if needed. Now, the conclusion, the moment you're all waiting for, drumroll please, you should reset, yes, except for 2 scenarios. First one being that your heroes are close to or already maxed and you don't care about crystal coins. Then you might as well keep your 3-star minis, right? And the second scenario is that if you are in the first 2 tiers of the exchange and you have very few gold, then you might really struggle with the lack of many fragments, especially if you are already struggling now. Other than that, yes, you should definitely reset. It might seem like a bad deal right now, but it really helps with your long-term progression. And a bit of advice before you go, if you are watching this before Season 4, and you are like 1 to 2 stars away from the next tier, buy the minis in the shop. Getting to the next tier of the Star Exchange is really valuable, and it's definitely worth spending some gold on. Because A, you get those extra gold back in the Star Reset, right? And if you are in some unique situation or you're struggling with deciding, feel free to ask for help in the comment section below. And if this video has 50 likes, I will make a video on whether you should buy the mini pass, since that is another difficult decision too. And while you're waiting, check out this video of a summary of everything coming in this update in under 5 minutes. It's really worth your time.